Hi guys, welcome to my first booktube video. My name's Meher and I'm from India. I started reading when I was very young, so books have been that kind of constant companion throughout my entire life, which is why I started this because I wanted to share with other people my own selection of books from a very broad sandwich range of genres that I've read. So since I'm Indian, I'm gonna begin with three Indian authors who've heavily influenced my life and who deserve to be known worldwide and not just pretty much in India. So I wanted to start with Ruskin Bond. So I have two books of his right here. This one is Ruskin Bond's Book of Nature, and this one is his short compilation of short stories. It's called A Gathering of Friends. So Ruskin Bond is an Indian author brought up in the Himalayas, foothills of the Himalayas, where my school is actually. So there's that bond, no pun intended. But his books are primarily like these very sweet, nostalgic stories of what it was like growing up in the mountains and in Dehradun and stuff like that. And his books are very unique in that they give this sort of very childlike wonder for nature and stuff like that, but they also have this very wise outlook on it as well. Like it's simultaneously childlike and it's very wise as well. So this one I'm really fond of because it's got like little illustrations in the middle of the thing like this and stuff, and it's and there's poetry in the middle as well. It's quite sweet. I've had this book for a while and I met him and I got it autographed as well. I love Ruskin Bond. If you are a nature lover, I suggest that you read his books because they'll just make you want to go to the nearest hill station and just live there. Okay, author number 2, R.K. Narayan. So one day I was with my mom and a friend of ours, and he gifted me this book, Malgudi School Days by R.K. Narayan. He's a very well-known author, and this book is actually the only one I've read of his, but it's very worn down, and because I've read it so much over the years. It's about this boy who's living on the cusp of India getting its independence, so just at the point where India is about to break free from the chains of the British Raj. And it's not like one of those dark stories where it's about, people being oppressed and breaking free. It's literally about this boy and a very misfit gang of friends who just play cricket while simultaneously watching this huge political turmoil reach its peak. So this very serious historical event being told through the eyes of a child is both a very compelling narration, and also it brings a lot of laughs, and it's actually quite a good read for somebody who wants a different perspective on India's most important moment, I would say. It's pretty cute. The author number 3, and the reason I've saved this one for last is because this author and this series has been such an obsession of mine. Like ever since I've been obsessed with these series of books for 1.5 years about. So this author is Satyajit Ray, and he actually won an Oscar for the Lifetime Achievement Award in 1991 for filmmaking actually, but he also writes books on the side. This is volume 2 of his most popular series, The Adventures of Feluda, which is about a detective called Feluda, and he and his little cousin Topshe and a friend of theirs, Lal Mohan Ganguly, go around India and the world really solving crimes and stuff like that. And the reason why it's so compelling is because he shows me different parts of India in each story. Like in one story, they'll be in Varanasi, in the other, they'll be in Nepal, and once they're in Mumbai, which is where I live. So it's like I'm seeing different parts of India in one book. This is a separate short story, which is also in the compilation. It's called The Golden Fortress, and this is set in Jaipur, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer. This is set in Jaisalmer, and the reason it's called The Golden Fortress is because it's this murder mystery kind of a thing, which is set literally at a fort that's the Sonar Killa, which kind of looks gold because the sunlight hits it at a certain angle. But anyway, it's the Feluda books are amazing, and they gave me like a new perspective on different parts of India, and it made me realize how little I kind of know about my own country, because it's so diverse and there's so much about my own country that I don't even know myself, and this really exposed me to it, even if I didn't have to travel to those places. So those are my top 3 Indian authors. Of course, there's many more, but that's what I want to begin with. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos, I guess. Thank you.